Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pascal with ALF Boss. And last week I did a talk to a group of individuals where we talk about thriving, about residents thriving and what that means and what facilities can do to improve it. First, let's talk about thriving, what it means to me. Thriving is a resident is just not living in your facility. They're not just staying alive. Thriving means that they are actually living, they are actually doing things. They're not just sitting around. They're not just in their room being depressed. It means they're actually doing very well and thriving in your facility and have a purpose in life. So today I want to talk about the power of being proactive, how staff can help residents thrive. If you work in an assisted living facility, whether you're a caregiver, a med tech, or an activity director, I need you to hear this. You have more power than you realize. Every single day, either are helping a resident thrive or slowly decline. And the different, it comes down to being pro. See, too often in our industry, we wait until something goes wrong before we step in. We wait until the resident stops eating, or until the family complains, or until the decline is obvious. But by that point, it's usually too late, and that's not why we're here. And by that point, the resident is depressed, the resident might decline physically, they have to go to a nursing home. That's not what assisted living is all about. So the best caregivers and activity directors I've ever worked with, they don't wait. They're watching, they're asking questions, they're engaging. They know their residents so well that when something is off, they feel it and they act fast. It's noticing Miss Smith stop coming to morning activities and taking the time to ask why. Then learning she's feeling down and getting her involved again. It's spotting a resident pushing their plate away, sitting in the dining room, and finding out it's not the food, it's arthritis in their hands making it hard for them to eat. Let me give you another example. There was a gentleman who would not participate in any kind of activities whatsoever, not interested, was just a hermit staying in his room. The activity director took the time to go and speak with him, talk about what his hobbies and what he used to like to do. And he mentioned he used to collect baseball cards. So the activity director went out and she bought a couple dollars, $2, $1.50, something like that, for packs of baseball cards. So next week, she called him down, said she had a surprise for him. So he came down and she sat with him and pulled out these baseball cards. And let me tell you, his eyes lit up. He sat there for hours looking at those cards, opening them up. And then she showed him how they can look it up on the internet, how much the cards are worth, etc. A whole new world. And now he just looks forward to every week to opening up his baseball cards, and it has just brought some life to him that was not in him before. It's the activity director who realizes that not everyone wants bingo. It creates a custom program that pulls out a forgotten hobby, like I said, a memory or a spark of joy. I can't tell you how many facilities have activity calendars that are filled with fillers. What I mean by this is they're just throwing stuff on there to meet the criteria from ACA, that's the 12 hours per week, 6 days a week, so they don't get in trouble with ACA. So they're just throwing stuff on there, stuff the residents have no interest in doing. There's nothing interesting in there for them. They don't want to do it. They don't partake in it. And then I'll do mock surveys and the staff will tell me, yeah, we asked them about the activities calendar. And they'll tell me, yeah, we have one, but nobody ever comes down. Nobody's interested. Nobody wants to do anything. They just want to stay in their rooms. There's some proactivity that's missing there. There's some effort that's missing there, in my opinion, that we could definitely get a couple of those residents to come out if we get them involved with the right activities. So what happens when staff works like this? The residents come out of their rooms, they eat better, they sleep better, they feel human again. And that's what this job is really about, helping people live, not just exist until the next medication pass or the next meal. It's about helping your residents find joy in life again and helping them actually live, have a sense of purpose. So I challenge you this week, shift your mindset, don't wait, Be the staff member who catches it early. Be the reason a resident smiles today. Because at the end of the day, our residents are counting on us to help them thrive. And that, my friends, is what separates good care from great care. I always say a facility is the housing, but the staff make the family caring atmosphere. You can have the nicest building in the world, but if you don't have proactive, friendly staff in there, it's not going to be a good situation. So get after it this week. Let's try to change our mindset and let's help these residents thrive in our facilities. Take care.